Welcome to all students. Rayat Shikshan Sanstha Satara. Rose Project 2021-2022. 11 Science conducted by Yashwantrao Chavan Institute of Science Satara. Myself, Mrs. Yogini Hemant Kulkarni, MSc B.Ed, Junior College Teacher. रोज प्रोजेक्ट अंतर्गत इयत्ता 11वीच्या बायोलॉजी सब्जेक्टचे टॉपिक नंबर 9 आपण स्टडी करत आहोत. मॉर्फोलॉजी ऑफ फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स. Lecture number 6. In previous lecture, we have studied definition of flower, zygomorphic flower, actinomorphic flower, terminology used in flower, then accessory words, non-essential words of the flower, calyx, corolla, perianth, then insertion of floral words, arrangement of sepals, petals, tepals with respect to gynoecium, that is hypogyny, perigyny, and epigyny. Today we are going to study aestivation and its types. What is meant by aestivation? The mode of arrangement of sepals, petals, tepals with respect to members of same whorl is known as aestivation. म्हणजे सेपल, पेटल आणि टेपलची अरेंजमेंट त्याच वरमध्ये कशी असते याचा अभ्यास करणं म्हणजेच एस्टिवेशन. There are different types of aestivation: valvate aestivation, twisted, imbricate aestivation, and vexillary aestivation. First, valvate aestivation. In valvate aestivation, margins of sepals and petals do not overlap. They lie close to each other. Example, in case of China rose plant or datura plant, in case of datura plant and calotropis plant, valvate aestivation is observed. Second one, twisted aestivation. In twisted aestivation, margins of each sepal or petal is directed inward, while margins of other petal is directed outward, and remaining margins are overlapped. Example, corolla of China rose. Third, imbricate aestivation. Here, one of the sepal or petal is completely internal, one is external, and remaining petal or sepal, one margin is inner and one margin is outer and get overlapped. Example, cassia. Then vexillary aestivation, corolla is papilionaceous. म्हणजे पॅपिलियनेसियस म्हणजे फॅबेसी फॅमिली मध्ये हा करोला असतो. One standard petal, larger petal is called as standard or vexillum. Two lateral petals, wing-like, called as wings, and smaller petals are called as keel or carina. See here diagram of 4 types of aestivation: valvate, twisted, imbricate, and vexillary type of aestivation. See, first aestivation, valvate, again, margins of sepals or petals remain either in contact or lie close to each other but do not overlap. Example, calyx of the Datura, calotropis. बघा सेपल्स किंवा पेटल्स ह्याची मार्जिन जवळजवळ आहे परंतु एकमेकाला ओव्हरलॅप झालेली नाही. Second one, twisted estimation. Margins of each sepal or petal is directed inward and is overlapped, while the other margin is directed outwards and overlap the margin of adjacent. Example, corolla of China rose, cotton plant. डायग्राम मध्ये बघा, ट्विस्टेड एस्टिमेशन मध्ये एक मार्जिन जी आहे ही इनवर्ड आहे, दुसरी मार्जिन जी आहे ती आउटवर्ड आहे अँड दे आर ओव्हरलॅप. म्हणजे इनर आउटर अशा पद्धतीने ही मार्जिन असते. इम्ब्रिकेट एस्टिमेशन. One of the sepals or petals is internal and is overlapped at both the margins. One is external, that is completely outside. Rest of the members overlap and gets overlap. Example, cassia and bahunia plant. Cassia म्हणजे तळवट, bahunia means बहावा plant. याच्यामध्ये बघा, वन पेटल हा कम्प्लिटली इनर आहे, वन पेटल हा कम्प्लिटली आउटवर्ड आहे आणि रिमेनिंग पेटलची मार्जिन एक आत असते एक आउटर असते and they are overlap. Then vexillary estivation. Vexillary estivation, it is the characteristic of family Papilionaceae fabaceae. Corolla is papilionaceous. It is butterfly shaped and consists of 5 petals. Outermost and largest is known as standard or vexillum. 2 lateral petals are wings and 2 smaller fuse forming boat-shaped structure called as keel. Example, corolla of Pisum sativa. बघा, आतले जे दोन आहेत बोट शेप स्ट्रक्चर कील, दोन लॅटरल दिसत आहेत हे विंग्स आणि एक लार्जेस्ट जो पेटल दिसतो त्याला स्टँडर्ड असं म्हटलं जातं आणि हे वाटाण्यामध्ये आढळतं, त्याला बॉटॅनिकल नेम पिझम सटायवम. Then the essential word of the flower. First essential word is Androecium. Androecium is male reproductive whorl of the flower. Individual member of Androecium is called as stamen. A sterile stamen is called as staminode. When stamens are attached with petals, it is called as epipetalous. Example, brinjal. Or epiphyllous म्हणजे स्टॅमिन जेव्हा टेपलला अटॅच असतात तेव्हा त्याला एपिफायलस म्हणतात. When stamens are free, सगळे स्टॅमिन हे सुटे असतील, एकमेकाला जोडलेले नसतील तर त्याला पॉलिअँड्रस म्हणतात आणि जर स्टॅमिन हे एकमेकाला जोडलेले असतील तर त्याला अडॅल्फी असं म्हटलं जातं. Each stamen consists of 3 parts: cere, filament, anther, and connective. If we see the filament it is a stalk of stamen and it bears anthers at its tip. It raises anther to a proper height for dispersal of pollen grains. Second, anther. Anther is terminal in position. Anther consists of pollen grain. It is usually bilobed or tetrasporangiate. Example, datura. Or in some plants, it is monothecous, single lobe, bilocular, or bisporangiate. Example, jasmine, that is hibiscus. Then connective. It is continuation with filament. Connective, it looks like or it likes a midrib and it connects 2 anther lobes together and with filament. If these stamens are united, it is called as adelphi. And these stamens united to form a single tube. That is, filaments are united, anthers are free, and it forms a single tube called as monadelphous. Example, hibiscus. If there are two tubes, it is called as diadelphous. Example P, वाटाणा. दोन ट्यूब तयार झालेले असतील तर त्याला डायडाल्फस म्हणतात. म्हणजेच वाटाण्यामध्ये 10 स्टॅमिन असतात. 9 स्टॅमिनची एक ट्यूब तयार होते आणि एक स्टॅमिन हा फ्री असतो. मेनी ट्यूब्स, जर त्याच्या मेनी ट्यूब तयार झालेल्या असतील त्याला पॉलिएडाल्फस म्हटलं जातं. एक्झाम्पल लेमन प्लांट. Syngenous condition, example is sunflower. हा NCERT point आहे बघा. In salvia and mustard, variation in length of filament. Filament मध्ये variation असतं. Long filament, short filament is observed. So variation in length of filaments within a flower occurs. See here structure of stamen, stigma, that is anther, connective filament. And here the stamen is bisporangiate, and typically it is tetrasporangiate bilobed structure. Tetrasporangiate, it forms 4 pollen sacs, and inside these 4 microsporangia. This is monadelphous tube, diadelphous tube, and polyadelphous tube. Yes, syngenous, synandrous condition. Cohesion of stamen. When stamens are united by filaments and anthers are free, the condition is called as adelphi. जेव्हा स्टॅमिन मध्ये फिलामेंट त्याचे जोडलेले असतात आणि अंतर फ्री असतात, it is called as adelphi condition. That is monadelphous, diadelphous, polyadelphous. Adhesion of stamen. जेव्हा स्टॅमिन हे पेटलला अटॅच असतात, टेपलला अटॅच असतात, तेव्हा त्याला म्हटलं जातं adelphi, epipetalous. When the stamens are united with petals or tepals, they are described as epipetalous. Example, datura, epiphyllous lily. Syngenous and synandrous condition. When anthers are united and filaments are free, it is called as syngenine. Example, sunflower. And synandrous condition, when stamens and anthers both are united, then it is called as synandrous condition. Example, cucurbita plant. Then gynoecium. Gynoecium is innermost whorl of the flower. It is female reproductive whorl of the flower. It is also called as pistil. The individual member of gynoecium is called as carpel. Carpel consists of 3 parts: stigma, style, ovary. When carpels are free, it is called as polycarpus. When carpels are united, then it is called as syncarpous condition. As there is 3 parts stigma, style, ovary, so if there is condition of carpel is many carpel or single carpel or 2 carpels are present. If there is many carpel, स्टिग्मा लोब वरून आपल्याला किती कार्पेल्स आहेत हे कळू शकतं. If there are 5 carpels, then polycarpellary gynoecium. In case of means polycarpellary, more than 5 carpels, and if there are 5, example hibiscus. Hibiscus मध्ये बघा वेलवेटी स्टिग्मा दिसतो, 5 कार्पेल्स दिसतात. If there is bicarpellary condition, example datura, and tricarpellary conditions, 3 carpels are present, then it is cucurbita plant. See in this parts of carpel, first part is stigma, it is terminal part of carpel. Function of stigma, it receives pollen grains during pollination. Pollinationच्या वेळेस pollen grain कोण रिसीव्ह करतो तर स्टिग्मा रिसीव्ह करतो. It also helps in germination of pollen grain. Style is narrow elongated part of carpel that connects ovary with stigma. Then ovary it is basal solan part of carpel. कार्पेलचा सर्वात खालचा भाग जो फुगीर असतो त्याला ओव्हरी असं म्हणतात. Ovary contains ovules. After fertilization, ovary produces fruit and ovules produces seeds. Ovules are produced on the ovary, in the ovary, and on the fertile part, it is called as placenta. So see this part, stigma, style, ovary, and this is a thalamus. See this part, ovary wall, त्याच्यापासून पेरिकार्ड तयार होतो. आतले जे आहेत ते ओव्ह्यूल्स. Then next part, placentation. Arrangement of ovules on the placenta within the ovary is known as placentation. Placentation म्हणजे काय? ओव्ह्यूलची अरेंजमेंट प्लासेंटा वरती ओव्हरी मध्ये कशी झालेली असते त्याला placentation म्हटलं जातं. There are different types of placentation. First is marginal placentation. Example, pea plants. Here ovules are arranged on the fused margins of unilocular ovary is known as marginal placentation. Second, axial placentation. Example, China rose, lemon, tomato plant. Here ovules are arranged on the central axis. मधल्या central axis वरती ओव्ह्यूल अरेंज झालेले असतात of multilocular ovary. Example, China rose plant. Parietal placentation means ovules are arranged on the inner wall of unilocular ovary of multicarpellary syncarpous gynoecium. Multicarpellary gynoecium आहे पण लॉक्युल 1 असतो. इनर वॉलला ओव्ह्यूल अटॅच असतात. पपया प्लांट, मोहरी आणि आर्जिमोन म्हणजेच धोत्रा, पिवळा धोत्रा. Then fourth, basal placentation. Here single ovule is present. एकच ओव्ह्यूल असतो. बघा सूर्यफुलामध्ये एकच ओव्ह्यूल असतो. झेंडूमध्ये मॅरीगोल्ड तर सिंगल ओव्ह्यूल is present at the base of unilocular inferior ovary. Example, sunflower, marigold. Then pre-central placentation. Example, fig, anjeer, dianthus plant, primrose, that is primula. Here ovules are born on central axis, but it is not attached to ovary wall. These ovules are not attached to ovary wall. Pre-central placentation observed in fig plant. So this diagram, marginal placentation, fused margin वरती ovules आहेत. Axial ovules are attached on central axis. Here central axis, all multilocular ovary. Parietal placentation, ovules are arranged on inner wall of unilocular but multicarpellary gynoecium. Then basal placentation, single ovule is present at the base of unilocular inferior ovary. Pre-central placentation, ovules are arranged on central axis but not attached to placenta. So in this way, today's lecture we have studied, that is aestivation, its type, then essential words of the flower, that is Androecium, Gynoecium, then placentation, arrangement of ovules on the placenta inside the ovary is called as placentation. Types of placentation: marginal placentation, axial placentation, parietal placentation, basal placentation, and precentral placentation. Okay, thank you.